Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being out here at our Santa Fe airport for another announcement in the city's efforts to deliver fiber throughout our city. And of course, anytime you can highlight the relationship with the private sector in delivering on some of these broad goals, that is something that we're always excited to do. I'm joined here at the airport by our city manager, Brian Snyder. Also with us is Renee Martinez, the director of IT. We'll hear from her a little bit. And also we have Cam Humphreys, our new airport manager. We'll hear from him as well. We also have Larry North, who's the vice president of network operations for Centurylink, and Jeff Lindsay, who's the regional vice president of public policy for Centurylink. And all of us will be available after some short comments to answer any questions that you might have. Santa Fe has about 32 sites, our government throughout the city, making sure that those sites are well connected, that we have fiber that are connected to those sites, just assures that we can take on larger technology projects that will allow for transfers of data in ways that allow us to improve the delivery of operations to our community. And when you think about where we are today and where we need to be, being a government, a true digital government, requires some basic infrastructure investments. And fiber is one of those areas that we have to make sure we invest in that quest to becoming a digital government, because we know that the public, for as much as they would like to visit City Hall or any of our city facilities, I think that we're at a day where they would much rather go online to do business with their government in an easier and more transparent way. And further, if we have the ability through infrastructure to transport large data, that's a first step in making that data available to entrepreneurs in the private sector to be able to come up with solutions on how we can deliver better services. So obviously broadband, a big initiative. Fiber is huge when it comes to growing a city's economy. But the fact that we're here at our airport shows that we are making progress towards investing in key areas of the city that will help us grow our economy. The two priorities when it comes to infrastructure of growing the economy at the city is broadband, fiber technology, as well as this airport. And what we see now is the benefit of a completed renovation that will allow for more flights to come into the city. The city recently received an FAA grant of $500,000 to begin to expand air service. We're in the process of pulling together all the money so we can expand air service, in particular to the West Coast, that will allow for more visitor participation into the city and more economic activity. The other thing that the city has done is, on your way in to the east of us, we have a whole industrial park. And the point of that industrial park is to be able to serve as a location for companies, particularly on the supply chain side of the business, where they can set up businesses that can take advantage of this airport. A key part of those businesses being successful is having access to fiber and having the ability to access the internet as quickly as they could if they were at any other major airport across the country. So the fact that Centurylink has made this commitment to bring fiber down to this area, we have the capabilities of moving to gigabyte technology, positions our city to take the next step in economic growth. And a key area along economic growth is being a city that allows for inclusive opportunities when it comes to participating in our economies. So one of the benefits of the fiber that's coming down Airport Road and here to the airport is that we will be able to begin to focus on last mile solutions. All along Airport Road, we've seen the statistics. It's where the highest people live in poverty. It's where 1 in 4 of our children go to sleep hungry at night. We know to be a city that is inclusive, a city that truly has equity and full participation, that having basic access to infrastructure like the internet is going to be key in that area. And I'm excited about working with Centurylink to be able to figure out those public-private partnerships so that our kids and their families don't have to show up to the Southside Library to access affordable internet space, so that families that want to gain knowledge and skill sets can actually go to a computer in their home and be able to access incredible learning solutions. So this is more than just technology that's arrived at our airport to help us expand and to increase economic development opportunities. This is about an investment in infrastructure by Centurylink that will allow the city to begin to focus on that last mile initiative to make sure that everybody in our city not only has access to this type of technology, but that it's affordable as well. So join me in the remarks. I'd like to call up Larry North, who is the Vice President of Network Operations of Centurylink, to say a few words. Larry?
Mr. Mayor, thank you very much.
Of course.
It is both my pleasure and my privilege to be here on behalf of Centurylink today to be a part of this celebration. It's a dang good day in Santa Fe. When you get to announce a build like this, it really does enable a lot of things. I think about the technology capability we're bringing to Santa Fe's airport, and I think of all the national airports that this puts us on par with. The unmeasurable but still undeniable benefit economically that it brings to the Santa Fe airport as well as to the city is a big deal. When you think about it, how a deal like this comes together, it takes a lot of people, a village of people. And so for the people that are here from the city as well as for the people that are here from Centurylink, I want to say thank you. I commend you and I congratulate you for the work that it took for us to be here. You gotta love being at the airport. That's the sign of commerce. I will wait for just one moment. What I'd want to share with those people that were a part of making this deal happen is when we look at bringing broadband to one location or to another, it's often difficult economically to do that. When you look at over 32 sites and what's in aggregate almost 6.5 miles of fiber built to make this deal with the city work, it really does create a very big beneficial for the city at large. So for those people that had persevering hours collaborating and consulting with one another to make this deal possible, I commend you. It does show the kind of collaboration that exists between the public sector as well as the city. When you get a chance to look at where this fiber goes, and the airport last mile that you were talking about, Mr. Mayor, it's a really big deal. The idea that cascading that fiber deeper into the communities we serve really does enable the next discussion. There were people who woke up yesterday that could say it was a little too far away. That last mile the mayor refers to, it's a little closer. It's now possible. That's the kind of effect that deals like this make, and so it's really a privilege for us to be here to celebrate as a partner of the city this kind of an accomplishment. Mr. Mayor, thank you for having us with you today.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'd like to call up Cam Humphreys, who just recently joined the city team to talk about the airport, our plans for the future. Of course, as I indicated, we just completed this phase that will allow for our visitors who are leaving the city to be able to have a little bit more room, to be able to use the restroom when they get to the other side of security. But also, I think, make sure that it's much more of an enjoyable experience being here at the airport. There are future plans to move into expanding the footprint of this airport so we can create more gates, which would allow for more airline activity, and Cam will share some of those ideas as well. Thanks, man.
Thanks to all of you for coming. I would apologize for all the noise and the activity, but I'm not going to, because that's commerce and it's travel, and it's really important to our community. Santa Fe Airport is vital to this community for a whole host of reasons, the least of which is travel. Obviously, it connects us with the rest of the world. 67% of our passengers are people traveling to our great city to enjoy what we have to offer here. But it also allows the citizens of Santa Fe to connect to the rest of the world. Beyond the travel, of course, the airport is vital to the economic viability of this community. The state DOT just commissioned a report. That report says that this airport supports or generates, I should say, almost $80 million of economic impact every year. And it supports well over 600 jobs. The mayor talked about, the participatory economy. These aren't just high-level jobs, they're across the full spectrum. But I'm here to tell you that we can do better. We can improve the economic impact of this airport, improve the opportunity for more jobs at this airport, and we can improve our travel connections throughout the United States and the world. And when we talk about this fiber connection, this is really just the first major investment towards ensuring that we meet our current and future demand. We live in a connected world, and the airline industry especially is very connected. The fiber, when we bring this into the airport, obviously it's going to assist our airline partners, our rental cars, our all of our partners out here to be able to run their businesses efficiently and effectively. So we really see this as an enabling technology for this airport and its future. As we move forward, we're certainly going to be looking at infrastructure improvements, a larger terminal building. We need to do some work on the runway to increase its strength capability to be able to handle the traffic that we're going to be anticipating in the future. But this really is a first great step in that. It's the foundation for those improvements. I think that it's important that we all recognize that now in this connected society, we have to look at being connected as being kind of like a utility. It's water, sewer, roads, and IT infrastructure. This really provides that foundation. So I applaud Centurylink and the city for coming together to make this happen at the airport, and we're looking forward to the future. Thank you.
So next I'd like to call up Renee Martinez, who leads our IT efforts, to talk about why and what this means for not only the operations of City Hall, but positioning us to be able to offer greater access and participation by our citizens with city government.
So high-speed internet to the airport really represents a big milestone in a larger project. About 18 months ago, the city IT department manager sat down with Centurylink and discussed how we could increase the speeds of our city network to several of our very important work sites. And over the last 18 months, we've been able to accomplish that. This is an investment that's very important to a very significant modernization initiative that the city has underway. And in the next 2 or 3 years, the city will be replacing most of its large information systems, including our financial, our human resource, permitting, inspection, and what it will allow us to do is really connect citizens to city services in a way we have never been able to. As the mayor said, we are very much a data-intensive organization. We are expanding our services to the citizens and allowing citizens to do their work with us online. And this is a very significant investment to promote that future that we hope to accomplish in the next 2 or 3, 4 years as we roll out these modernization efforts. So I'm really thrilled to be able to be here to mark this event, and also pleased to have the opportunity to have worked with Centurylink and our team to accomplish what we have over the last 18 months.
Thanks, Renee. And our final speaker is Jeff Lindsay, who is the Regional Vice President of Public Policy for Century.
Mr. Mayor. Again, I just wanted to stress and reiterate how much we appreciate the partnership. We value the leadership, the vision. Days like this don't just happen. I mean, we build and operate broadband networks. We know the need and demand for those by the city, by the citizens is high, but those just don't happen overnight. It can be complex, it can be expensive, and it takes a lot of collaboration to make days like this happen. So we're very excited about today. We thank you for the engagement, the partnership, I'll say the friendship that will continue. I could listen to the stories that you've heard Cam and Renee present all day, because we love to hear what people want and can do with high-speed internet services. It will bring growth, and that growth will bring opportunities for more investment, so we will stay in touch and keep working as we go forward. Centurylink has invested over $12 million in the Santa Fe area in the last 4 years, and it shows our commitment, and certainly that will continue. The issue also goes beyond Santa Fe. This is an example of great collaboration and a good policy outcome. We commit to you. We'll continue to work at the county and state level to help those good policies grow, continue, so that we can get more growth throughout the state of New Mexico, and appreciate your support and engagement in that. So again, a day of celebration. We're happy it's here, and we look to future similar times. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And just to close, and then we'll answer any questions. 2.5 years ago, when I came into office, we We knew that there was some basics that we had to do to help grow our economy. One was to increase connectivity at higher speeds, to make sure that our businesses were on par with any business in the state or in the country. We recognized that to truly create full participation in our city's economy, we had to focus on the last mile and making sure that every citizen, regardless of where they live or what their income status might be, that they would be able to get access to the internet. Today moves us a step closer towards that direction, and I want to say thank you to Centurylink for being a true city partner in bringing private capital to our city in a way that will allow us to leverage it to grow opportunity for economic development and certainly for the people of our city. So with that, we're happy to open up any questions by the press or any members of the public if you have a question.